So what's up everybody, my name is Armstrong Osas and today is yet another day. I'm going to teach you how to use layers in Photoshop. Of course, how I use layers in Photoshop. So without further ado, make sure you stick to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how I get my own, cartoonish look. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, so we have here Files, a Nigerian musician. If you're Nigerian, yes, we are definitely supposed to know him. Except probably I've never stepped into Nigeria. Even if you've not been in Nigeria, you're supposed to know him still. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut out this layer, this face from the background, and then just a little tip, I'm going to have to fast forward the video in some parts. So that I would definitely make this video a lot shorter. Now this is the plan. I want to show you how I use layers with this particular picture. What I'm doing now is cutting out the picture. As you can see, I'm close to the color here, and when I'm done, I'm just going to fast forward the parts I don't think you need for this particular video, and I'm going to be showing you how to use colors maybe with the same picture, but when I get to that part in this particular video, I'm going to have to fast forward it. So that's what I'm pretty much doing now. I'm going to cut out this layer, this body from the background. It's going to be very short fast forward, and I'm gonna meet you in before I get to meet you in a jiffy. If it's your first time of coming to this YouTube channel, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment and tell us what you like about the video. Please just say anything. Please definitely say something. So without further ado, I guess I have to fast forward it. Nod your head, like the music, and I'm gonna meet you in a jiffy. Okay, now so the next thing I'm going to do is getting to this point and joining it together and pressing Ctrl and Enter. Now it's giving this matching ant. Like I say, virtually all my videos, this is a matching ant. That's what it's called. That's what professionals call it anyway. So when it does this, the next thing I want to do is to press Ctrl J. Now what Ctrl J is going to do is to duplicate it from this background layer. Now watch, this is the background layer, and when I press Ctrl J, now it has duplicated it. Now I'm going to turn off this old background layer, the previous one, and you see that what we have here. Now don't worry about the beard, I'm definitely going to have to smooth that out later, but this is what we have here, Ctrl J. Now the first thing you want to do in working with this picture is definitely to cut it out from the main layer. Now when you cut out this from the main layer, okay, this place looks a little bit, I'm just going to crop this out, and I'm just going to duplicate it, or delete it rather. Now when you take this out from the main layer, it's giving you an independent layer that you can definitely work on after this. Now the next thing you want to do is this. That's pretty much my normal step. I'm just going to reduce the highlight and cut out the face, the body from the shirt. I'm just going to cut out the body from the shirt, and then the white shirt from the pink suit, and what else, the glasses. And I think this is going to be a long fast forward, but this is what I want to do. Now this is how I go about it. Remember, I duplicated with Ctrl J. Now when I cut out each particular component, okay, I think before I get to speed up this video, let me just cut out this head from this picture, and now this is going to take a while because I take our time to cut out my pictures, the edges of my pictures, because I like them smooth and sleek. That way it doesn't have rough edges, and it gives you this professionality. Now you might not get used to using the pen tool in creation. Now you might not be used to using the pen tool when cutting out these things, but I think the pen tool is pretty much the best tool when you're cutting out pictures from, or components from their pictures. Okay, so I'm just pretty much going to do this. I think I should have fast forwarded this video because this is already a lot of time, but that's fine. So I get to see my steps. And for those clamoring on the fact that yeah, we like long videos, it's totally fine. It's just a lot of work to always edit a 1 hour video. Sometimes I get to shoot a video and it gets to 1 hour 30 minutes, so I have to crop out some parts where I get to say and it's a lot of work. So this is what I do. Remember, this was the last step I did. I'm going to press Ctrl Enter. Now watch this. When you see the pen tool, if I come somewhere like this and I press Ctrl Enter, you see the way it gave me this weird. It's going to find the last point, is going to have to find the first point. So probably you might want to get videos on how to use the pen tool later, but this is how it is. Then with this, I'm going to press Ctrl J. Now this first layer, I'm going to name this main layer, and I'm going to name this body layer. Now this main layer, main layer. Now this main layer, don't delete it. It's going to be like your base layer, because after cutting out this picture, sometimes you notice that there are little spaces of light, of I don't know, vacancies, I don't know what's called, but there are little spaces after all. So you would want to, okay, so with these little spaces, you would want to fill them up by keeping that normal base layer. It's not going to come up on top, it's going to be beneath. It's going to be like the backup. It's like having a junior brother or senior brother that helps you fight every single time you get in trouble. Okay, so that's what I'm basically doing. I'm going to cut out this from the background, from the purple suit. Is this pink? I don't know, pink suit. Maybe I don't know colors. So I'm going to press Ctrl Enter and Ctrl J, of course. Now this is what we have. It's going to show you that I'm going to turn off this layer, and you see this is what we have. Now I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to select this while holding Control. You see this selection. It's called the marquee tool, marquee selection. I don't know. So I'm going to click it and delete it from this layer. Now when I delete it from this layer, it's like it has not shown. But if I turn this off, you'd see this is just the white. This is one simple trick to always have your layers cut out. Now I have this layer. Now I'm going to name this shirt. You see, shirt, white shirt. Yeah, shirt. That's the only shirt today. Now notice something. Now this is what I was telling you about, those little spaces. Now when you take out the main shirt from the body, you notice this space line. Then when I put this background, you notice that it has gone out. So that's why I'm always leaving that. Now that's why you should leave the main layer and leave the shirt. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to fast forward this video where I take out the suit color, the suit layer, the glasses, what else, the chain, the dog tag or dog chain, whatever it is. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and I will meet you in a jiffy still. But please make sure, if you have not left a comment in this YouTube video, please don't forget to leave a comment, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @AmstrongSars, and on Twitter. Twitter is really on fire, so don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because I've been posting really these days. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, so this is where we are. Now, in case these layers are very confusing, this is why you should learn how to use layers. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold down Control, come to this place where I see this marquee tool. Then when I'll click on it, you notice that where the matching hand goes to shows that is where the layer is. I'm just going to name this eyeglasses. Then I'll click here, same here too, and this is for the chain, so I'm going to name it chain. By the way, how to get this, how to rename this is to double click it. Like, I'm going to double click this, and then you see chain, and then you type what you want. Now this is what we'll have. Now, one simple trick that I wanted to show as one of the last things in this part is to duplicate this with Ctrl J. Now I want to cut out the suit. Now, instead of coming out to cut it out like this, and this is what I want to do. I'm going to duplicate it from the main layer. Remember, I don't want to use the main layer, so I'm going to name this suit. I'm going to select this body out of the suit, so I'll delete it with backspace. Then this is what I have the suit and this inner. So the next thing I want to do basically is to pick out the inner. Where's the inner? Shirt. This is the shirt, so I'm going to click on this and delete this. Now all we have is the suit. You notice that all we have is the suit. If I turn off these other layers, you notice that all we have is the suit now. So we have the suit and maybe this error here, so I'm just going to delete this. That was one little flaw I had. So this is what I have now. This is the suit. Now the next thing I want to do now, this is how to work with layers. The next thing I want to do is, of course, to duplicate this body layer. Now when I was cutting out the picture from the background, this was what I was doing. I came out to this place and went to the image size. Now the image size is very necessary, because when the more resolution you have, the more compact this picture becomes. Now watch this. This is how the picture is, but when I make the resolution 300, for example, you notice that it has become compact. This has become compact. So I'm just going to leave it at 72, or maybe make it 300, but make the height, make it 3000 by. So this doesn't look bad, so it's just going to load. And while it's loading, just a little tail. Of course, some people came on my Instagram and they were telling me about how they needed me to tell more stories in my videos, that there were some stories I didn't finish. That sounded really awesome, because I like stories as well. So now this is what we have. The next thing you want to do while working with layers, this is like one very big tip. However, there was one tip I actually omitted while cutting out this picture. It was supposed to be before these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these other ones. Just watch. I'm turning off these other ones. Now this is why I wanted to leave the main layer, because anything that happens, you can definitely go back. Now this is one magic trick: to go to adjustments and then go to shadows and highlights. It's going to normalize the picture. Now don't make the shadows too much. I see a lot of people do that. Now this looks very white. It looks like it's an old man. So I'm going to take it down a little bit. Now the shadows, okay, just the highlight I want to work on a little bit. So you can turn down the highlight on the shirt, on the suit. Now this doesn't look bad. This is okay. It doesn't look like it's much, but before and now, see, now is very good. So what I'm going to do basically is to select the suit layer. I'll click on this and duplicate it, and then name this suit. I want to replace the old ones with this one I have now. So I'm just gonna do it very slight, little fast forward. It's not supposed to take time, but yeah, I'm just going to duplicate it and then name it. So I'm gonna meet you now soon. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is very simple. The next thing I'm going to do is to come down here. This is the body. Watch this. I'm going to duplicate it with Ctrl J. You see? Then I'm going to clip it. You can come down to this place and go it, create clipping mask, and it's going to clip down here. Or another fast way is to do this is this. I'm going to come down here, like I said in some of my videos, and then I'll clip this here. Now why I want to do this is because I want to smudge it, and I'm going to really fast forward in this part because I have videos on how to smudge, and I'm trying to keep this really slow, really short. and I heard I really talk fast. I heard I really do talk fast. I don't know if you have issues with how I talk. If you think I really talk fast, then tell me in the comment section or whatever, and I'll look for a way to really sound slow. But before I really fast forward this video, because that's definitely what I want to do now, I think if a video is long, it should at least be interesting. Yeah, what do you think? Actually, I'm actually smudging this thing, right? And I'm smudging along this axis. What I'm trying to do is to preserve the originality of the picture. Yeah, so I don't want to lose details. Now watch this. If I smudge in this axis, I'm trying to smudge along this side. Now this is the picture, yeah. If I take this out like this, you see, it's distorting the picture. But if I reduce the brush a little bit and I walk along the axis of the shadow that is on the sun ray shadow, you notice that it's somehow preserving the detail. You can as well zoom in. I zoom in with control space click. I know there are a lot of easy ways to do that right now. This is Photoshop CC17, so don't call me old, just say that's my style, you know. So by the way, if a tutorial is long, it's supposed to be interesting, yeah. So probably I'll just tell a short story. I don't want the tutorial to be very long. I don't want it to be like 2 hours, because it's going to be a long tutorial for me to edit. Because you know, when it's really long, you get to edit for a long time and your back hurts. Yeah, but it's a sacrifice. I did learn for free, although I took a lot of time to improve myself, but I did learn for free. So for those that like my gist, thank you very much. Thank you for getting back to me. Thank you for always saying hi to me on Instagram. It means a lot to me. And if the tutorial is helpful in any way, if you think it's helpful, if you think you were able to use it to do anything, please don't forget to leave a comment. It will mean a lot to me. I'm a human too, you know, right? So, and these are things that actually support me. So I think the gist is enough for now. Okay, a little story. Let me start it and end it. I'll continue the next while I'm fast forwarding this video. Now, I felt my Instagram was cursed. Yeah, I felt my Instagram was cursed because I get to post on Instagram for a long time, and this is files, yeah, and I get to work on these pictures for a long time, and I almost never get a thumbs up for what I do, especially from these guys, from the celebrity guys. I'm like, come on, this took me a long time. Why am I not getting any recognition? So I felt probably my Instagram had issues. Honestly did. But now I get it. I get a lot of them, and I feel like, oh, this is nice. It's not so much of a big deal now. Now what does it tell you? It tells you that the more you keep working and you have this unique content, the more everything just turns out and it plays out very well. So you might want to just keep up doing what you're doing. Nah, don't give up. If you give up, it's too weak. Giving up is too easy. So let's see how it will be when you don't give up. So remember, the strength is at 30, and that's I'm smudging. So you've heard the first story, and I'm going to have to fast forward this video a little bit. By the way, if you want to know how many followers I have on Instagram, just check it out. So without further ado, I'm gonna meet you in a jiffy still. Okay, so this is where we are. The smudge process was a very fast one because I think I have a full video on about how to do that, and I didn't want to bore you so much detail. So, and this is where we are. This is what we have. You can just make the strength 20 and probably smooth it out. Probably have a slick image. Now this beard, I'm going to use the oil paint on this beard and the glasses, whereas for the suit and other parts I've smudged it. Now the basic aim of using the smudge brush, now this is the brush, is going to be in the description link below. Now a lot of people come and ask me, what brush do you use? And I say description link, and you're saying what's the description link? I don't know how to explain to you that, you know, it's when you click down on this video, when you click down or scroll down, you see the description about the video. That's how YouTube searches your content for you. So I'm going to go over to Photoshop CC17, and I'm going to pretty much fast forward it because I've done this process a lot. Remember, the aim was to teach you how to use layers. Now notice what I did. Now this is the suit and this is the smudged part. Now I clipped it to this one. If I unclip it, you notice this layers, this fuzziness. Now when I clip it back, you see this. Now this is what I did for the face as well. So I'm just going to oil paint the beard, the hair, and the glasses, and it's going to be a very fast one. And then I'll have to meet you in a few minutes. Yeah, this I'm not signing out. I'm still very much with you. So watch this. what I basically did was to oil paint the beard, the glasses, the chain, and that was just basically what I did. There was nothing really special, just to put oil paint on them. Because okay, now this is what I did. I had to cut out the beard from the main picture, like I did to the rest of them, and then I put oil paint on it. Now this is a different beard now, and then for the eyebrow too, these are my layers. This is for the eyebrow copy, just in case I had any issues. I'm going to merge the both of these ones. I can click the both of them and press Ctrl E to merge them, and come here to chain and chain copy. Go to merge these two with Ctrl E. You can either click the both of them to merge it, or when you click the one above and you press Ctrl E to merge with the one below it. Now that's what I have here. Now watch what I want to do. What are the things on the face? You see the glasses, you see the chain. So what I'm going to do is to pick the beard, the hair, the glasses, the chain. I'm going to pick all of this, right? And the eyebrow. I'm going to pick all of this, and I'm going to merge them together with this. So I'm going to press Ctrl Alternate E. Now it's going to give me a new layer above all this that has all the characteristics of this one. It's going to merge the selected one. So this is what we have, and I'm going to come down here. And clip it amongst this body. Now it's nothing difficult. I just wanted to, the layers I cut out, I just wanted to merge them back to the previous one. That's basically what I'm doing. Forget the big English. So this is the previous, and this is what I have now. So I'm just going to pretty much merge this together with it. So this is what we have now. So before and now. So it's very simple to do. Now that is how I use some of my layers when I'm oil painting, just in case you are confused. Now the next thing I want to do is to create a layer on top of this body layer. Watch this now. This is to create a new layer. This is to create a new group, and this is to probably gradient or adjustment layer. So I'm going to create a new layer here and clip it with the alternate, of course. And then on top of this place, I'm going to add with the pen tool, like by clicking P. I'm going to add probably an eye color. I'm going to come here and select an eye color. Now this is one of the most important parts of the tutorial, because it's showing how I use my layers. Now I'm just going to pick an eye color, probably something bluish. The way I choose an eye color is with alternate and backspace. That's how I choose an eye color. Any color, rather, not just for the eyes, any color. So I'm just going to do that. Still alternate and backspace will give me a color. Then I'll come here and choose color, and this is what I have now. I think I have a little issue here because I think I selected part of the lashes. Now you can notice that some parts of this, like this place and this place, they are not very smooth. So you can keep working on it to have something really nice and awesome. But because of the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to have to keep it very short. Now for the teeth here as well, I can just select all these parts and make it white as well, because I don't know, our teeth are not 100% white. I don't know, except probably if you've done some things on your teeth and make it look really nice. I think I want a white teeth, but maybe because I like smiling. So I'm just going to press Alt and backspace, and this is what we have for the teeth here. I gave him this space teeth. Now he's a fine man, so I think I need to give him all his attributes. Now this is not really nice. The smudge is really not neat, but for the sake of the tutorial, we'll have to keep it really short, because we need to get it all rounded off. So this is what I'm going to do. I created another layer on top of this. This is the body. I created a new layer here. There's nothing here. I'm going to choose the lip color, and I'll press Alt and backspace. I'll press Ctrl D to deselect and come here and choose color. Now it is under this previous white. This is white color. Okay, white color, and then it is lip color. So what I want to do, I don't know, color, this pen of color, yeah, I don't know, I really don't know, just in case you are here to spot that errors. So what I want to do is to pick the eraser tool, the eyedrop tool, sorry, I'll pick the eyedrop tool and probably select a color here that I want to make the base color. Yeah, this is better. Then I'll select the lip color. It's usually pinkish, it has a little red, so I'm just going to select it, and I'm just going to use a smaller brush to paint over this part. Remember I said this picture is really not neat, but for the sake of this tutorial we need to keep it short. Now when you are doing this, try to zoom out to look at how it looks like, because when you are close, say you can be close to the puzzle to not see the picture forming. What was that parable we hear from movies? Being too close to the picture, being too close to the puzzle. If you know it, you can put it in the comment section. But I think this, if you're watching this video off YouTube, that's nice. I feel honored for to have my tutorial, to have you watch it outside YouTube, but I think I need the likes and the comments that is really going to give, and then I think I would really appreciate you reaching out to me and telling me that this was nice. It's definitely going to be awesome. Now remember, the beard and the neatness of the picture is not our main focus. Our focus is on how to use the layers. I'm just going to reduce this a little bit so we get to see this very well, since we are working with layers. Yes, so the next thing I want to do is choose another layer on top of this place, and when I want any color dominant on top, I'm going to have to put the color on top of the next layer. Now what I want to use here is the face color. Now for the face color, I'm going to select a color from this place that I think is nice. This looks too saturated, so I'm going to select a color from here. I'm just going to pick. Now this doesn't look bad, so I'm going to press Ctrl, Alternate and Backspace to select. Now this is on top. You notice this eye color, the lip, and what have you. So I'm going to select it and press color, and this is what we have now. Not bad, but too saturated. So for the color, I'm going to use something less saturated here. I'll scroll down to this place, Alternate and Backspace. This doesn't look bad. Little saturation, then this looks okay. So this is what we have now. So I'm going to, this face color, I already named it. Now remember what we did the last time. The glasses and others, the colors are still, the layers are still here. We only turn them off. So what I'm going to do is to scroll down here, put another layer on top of this place, and then name this glasses, and choose probably yellow, or I can just turn this off and choose the previous color of the glasses, so it's just going to match. Yellow, not bad. So I'm going to click it on top. Now remember what we did. Okay, I'm going to change this to color first. Okay, this doesn't look bad. This is okay. Remember what we did. I wanted to put this on top. Now watch this. If I take this glasses layer and I put it under the face layer, it's going to disappear because this is on top of it. But if I put it on top of this place, this is how it is now. So that's how I work with layers. Now the next thing I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to pick the have to pick the chain. I'll come down here and turn this off to pick the color of the chain. Probably choose gold. Is gold, so I'm just gonna put this. I'll come here and put chain on top of the glasses, although it's not affecting the glasses because they're different parts of the body. So I'll press Alternate and Backspace to delete, Ctrl D to deselect, and I'll come over to color. Now this is what we have. Then I'll choose the previous layer, and this is nice. Oh, I think I like the colors here. Let me see. This is it's too dark, so I'll just go with it from previous colors I have. You can keep tweaking out colors. Now what I did there is the same thing I'm going to do with the suit. I'm going to pick a color from the suit that I think is the dominant one. I'll press Alternate and Backspace and choose color here. Now this looks too, I'm not feeling that color, so you can just keep tweaking until you get a nice color. Then for the inner, I'm going to use a very dominant blue. I'll pick a dominant blue and I'll use it here, and I'll come to color. Now this is what we have, the color. can zoom in and see. Yeah, and one of the now this picture looks off because the hair and the eye color, the beard color, they are still very much red. So I'm just going to choose for the beard. I'll come over to this place, the face color, and then press create a new layer because I want it to be on top of the main layer. Then I'm just gonna the main color layer, so I'm going to pick the eye drop tool. I'll pick this, alternate and backspace, come here, I'll come to color so I can see the color. I've been doing pretty much the same process, nothing really different. So I think this color is not bad. Then the next thing I want to do is to go over to the hair. It's just pretty much the same process, and I think the hair is usually darker than the beard sometimes, so I'll choose this color for it. And then the eyebrow color, I'll choose this and turn that backspace, and this is what we have. Yes, it doesn't look so neat, but you can as well just smooth it out. I have videos on how to smooth that out, but I see some pictures that look like this and I don't think they're really nice. So what I'm going to do is just to pretty much show you how I smooth this out while working with layers. Remember, this is a very different component, so when working on this, it's not going to affect your normal background color, it's not going to affect your light, your glasses and what have you. So what I'm going to do is to make the opacity say 90, 80 thereabout, and smooth out the edges. Now why I'm using a very harsh opacity is because I want to smooth out the edges. I don't want to see all these lines, so I'm trying to smooth out the edges. Now that's why I'm using the opacity of 80 to work on the edges of the picture. Now that's what I'm basically doing. Now when I get to a place that I think that needs help and the colors are very much too pronounced, I'll use a large opacity or a bigger opacity. If not, I can use opacity of maybe 20 or 30 to just smooth it out. You can also just take out time to smooth out the edges and the picture, make it look really nice and sleek. But because of the I know some of you really like long videos, but because of the other people that might not want to come to the channel because the videos are 79 hours, they don't want to run away. Now I'm using an opacity of 20, and the next thing I'm going to do is pretty much use a very large brush and blot this out, make it look real, just work on it a little bit. And there's another trick you can use to this whole thing. I'm going to show you. Now this is called the vector mask. Now when I click on it, layer mask, I don't know, that's supposed to be the vector mask. Yeah, layer whatever. So I'm just going to use the brush tool. Now watch this. This is all white. It shows that when you use black and probably the opacity of say 73 for example, and I make it, you know how I increase it with the curly bracket, that's how I increase the brush size, and I click on this. Now it has blotted out these things, and for example I made a mistake, I want to go back. If you use the eraser tool, you have erased everything from history like Thanos. But if you have this layer mask, you can also just make it white a little bit, make it white and just clean it back. It has come back like you never left. So you have a very large control over what you are doing, and it's very beautiful. So for those that are control freaks, I think this is, of course nobody agrees that it's a control freak, but I think this is very handy for you, so you can definitely control everything you have in your life, except how long my videos are. Sometimes you can control other things but not how long my videos are. So that's mine to control. I don't think I'm a control freak, but yeah. By the way, some people ask me why I don't show my face up in my videos. It's because it's a lot of work. Actually, I'm in a friend's room. I'm shooting this video right in a friend's room, so I'm not very mobile. I'm not in a place. I like traveling a lot, so imagine having to shoot a video in a house with a lot of facilities. unpleasant facilities, it's not going to come out nice. So this is what we have by working with layers. Now the next thing I want to do is to come and duplicate this body layer J, and I'll clip it here too, and then I'm going to name this born layer. I hope this tutorial even sounds not boring. Yep, but if it's boring, don't quit. You can go out, stretch, and come back. Now what I'm going to do is to use the bond tool on top of this main layer. Now this is because why I do that is because I'm going to use the bond tool first. Why I do that is because I think if you make a mistake, you can as well just always revert to this layer. For example, I do this thing and it's a mistake, and instead of going back and or I can't go back, I can as well just delete this layer and duplicate this one again, clip it here, and I have a fresh, like a clean slate. It's like a backup plan. If you have seen escape plans, like a backup plan. So that's what I'm going to pretty much do with this layer. So that's how I work with that layer, and I'm going to just drop another little video with this picture on how I work with colors, how I use soft light and other things, but it's not going to be in this video because this video is going to be awfully long. But for now, this is pretty much how I work with layers. And finally, there's a little tip I want to add to the whole thing. Lastly, what I do is this: I clip. Now I choose this layer, this body layer, and I go all the way up with the shift, everything is selected. I'll choose a new group to it, and then I'll press Ctrl Alternate E to merge everything in this group. Now watch this. It has merged everything in this group. I'm going to turn off this layer, and then here you can see the before and the after, before and after, before and after. It looks nice, doesn't look so bad. So I think this is one nice way to work with highlights. Remember, I chose a layer, color, and all of that. Now when you're done, turn this off. Now when you're done, you can come above this whole thing and probably use a color balance or stuff to tweak this and get whatever color you want, but it should be above everything you are doing. Now when you want to add a little brightness to the picture, probably the picture looks too bright or looks too dark, what you can do is to come under this place, because it's the main picture you want to work on, and probably increase the brightness here. Now see the it's not really not affecting everything, it's affecting mostly the body layer here. This is the bone layer, so this is what is affecting basically. So if I turn this off, if I take it up here, it's going to be a different effect, but I like working on it on the pictures directly. So you see, it's a different effect. Now this is becoming bright on both the color layer and other things, so I like working on this layer directly and have every other thing on top of it. So that is what we have. If you think it's bright, if you think it's nice, if you think the video is nice, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, whatever it is. So this is the wrap up of the video. I was trying to not make it so long, but if you think it's long, if you think it was long, then I think you should give me kudos instead of complaining. So until I meet you in the next video, this I'm signing out. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to stay creative. Bye bye.